Hi there, and welcome to Bust the Net. Gloucester City. Well, they're in the championship, and every team in the league want to kick us out. Well, Gloucester, they're in the championship, and nobody wants them here. That's basically it. The news has come. I've been reading the inbox, and well, Nottingham Forest's manager says we don't deserve to be here. And in all honesty, if you're looking at our team reports and comparison, we shouldn't even be here. I mean, look at this. My strikers alone in the attack, we're all like below the average in anticipation, and in certain other categories. The defenders, well, we physically the defenders positioning we're the worst. We just don't have what it takes to be a side that will have the potential of going through, and that has that brings me to my next point. I mean, SI have done a good job because last time you could easily loan your way to success, and they made it even harder now for loans to come. If your reputation is very low, like mine, then chances are these players are not going to come. So I've had to think about systems that I need to play, and I usually use preseason as a gauge. And our preseason form was not very good. I conceded a lot of goals in the systems that I used, even with the players that I had. And the systems that used last year, they were experimental. Towards the end of the season, I tried them out. So, what I'm going to do this season is I'm going to look at playing slightly differently. And I'm going to get some influence from Portugal, because this is a tactic that's very popular in Portuguese sites. If you go into the database, you see that quite a few teams are using this, and we're going to use this system. And it's basically set up in such a way that we can try to hit teams on the counter, and we have enough enough of a defense to prevent them, and we do enough up top as well to produce some kind of a threat. At the moment, I have Hanks as a box-to-box midfielder and support. However, this role could change to easily into AP on attack, which is something I'm thinking of doing, or a CMA on attack. So here we are. Our tactic is set up. So I'm gonna use the first few minutes of the game against Nottingham Forest to make a decision on what to do with the tactic. Once again, when I do that, I'll have to make sure that we have the right players doing the right thing. Joe Hanks. I don't know if Oye Banyo is playing. I don't think he is. Oye Banyo is on the bench. Otherwise, he's the long throw taker as well. And okay, for corners, we're gonna be using that. We got Ses. Of all the people, I forgot I shouldn't be using Sessinion, but Sessinion. This I used the ass man to decide who should be playing. Oh, looks like I made my first mistake of the season. And Sessinion is playing. He's got a lot of pace. Maybe it might be handy. So here we go. The match is off. Cash to McLaughlin. Well, they look like they're playing standard or control. So I do look like they're playing control mentality against me. And we just have to be defensively solid against this team. Scoven. And things I have to look out for are their DMs entering my pitch. I mean, the DMs are entering my pitch. At the moment, there's nothing I can do. But what I can do later is maybe change my mentality or go on a higher defensive line. Hanks to Finch. Finch to Bone. Bone to Sinclair. Sinclair plays it back to Bone. We got a fullback already going down the flanks. Kennedy makes it down the flanks to Sinclair. Sinclair, can he pass it to Hardy? Hardy, oh, that would have been such a sweet start to the match. Looking, looking all right. I think my players. I'm nervous. I'm actually kind of dejected because I couldn't get too many players on loan. But we'll see how we do. I mean, the first few matches of a season are always tough. League One was very tough for me. And the start. But once I got into the rhythm, and I've already been playing with against a few teams, then it was okay, I guess. Hank's not with the ball. What can he do? We've given him Hardy. Hardy Sinclair. Sinclair shoots, and Ingram makes a save. Okay, we're looking all right at the start. Nottingham Forest still haven't seen much of the ball. Joe Hanks into the air. Arthur Worry just wide. Okay. One thing I one thing I really think that if you're managing an LLM site or a really really poor site, you gotta figure a way to control certain zones on the pitch. And I am looking to control this zone here. So I want to make it very hard for them to score. The only way they're going to get through me is by going by the flanks, and I have enough defenders with jumping reach to take care of that. So, yeah, I'm hoping that this works. I mean, short of parking 3 buses here, I don't know what else I can do. Unless, I mean, I don't have really, really top defenders or really top central midfielders, and so I have to depend on numbers to make it hard for teams. So they have to work very hard to break us down. And then we take the opportunity to hit them on the break. Joe Hanks, Charlie Sutter, Finch picks up the ball. What can he do? Finch passes it to Joe Hardy. Joe Hardy inside the box shoots. Finch now to right shoots, and it's a goal. Yes, Gloucester have taken the lead, and we are looking defensively solid at the same time. Yes. Oh, I'm stoked. What a start. I was I spent quite a few hours thinking of how I was gonna play with an LLM side. With an LLM side or any side that's poor, you want to control space, and so I was thinking, what can I do that will also prevent their fullbacks from coming up, or at least penalize their fullbacks when they do? And I was thinking, okay, fine, I have to use AMs because my AMs will be in a position to attack them if they choose to attack me. So their AMs will. It's like, if you're playing football and you see a player standing on your shoulder, as a defender, you're thinking to yourself, "Oh man, I better not go up, better not go too high up the pitch, because this guy he might just burst in behind me, and then if he does, I'm in trouble." So that's what I'm banking on at the moment. So wide. So I'm looking at their two fullbacks here, 3 and 17. So I'm looking at these two, 3 and 17. And then the other player I'm looking at as my danger man is number 8 here. If he enters my half, I'm in trouble. So I'm always looking at 8, 3 and 17. So you can see now 3 and 17 are hand back. They pass it to Fosu, and we have Cash at the ball. Here 8 is in the half, so it's a bit of a concern for me. Cash, Scowen, players converging on him. That's good to see. Cash, Elliot now with the ball. Very few options. Cash back to score. And now here, what do I look for? Okay, here I'm going when they look for the ball, because I want to win the ball here. I don't think I can win it here as much. So I decided this is going to be the area where I'm going to win the ball. So I'm looking at my roles. Right, closing him down. What can Scowen do? You notice his feet are pointing this way. He can only pass it back to Cash. He can't see 15 unless he's got high flare and he back heels the ball. And the other option is for him to go this way. But if he goes this way, there's 1, 2, and 3 players who can get in the way, especially 26. So my only concern is number 17 here, because 22 is not standing here. So that's my only other concern at the moment. So we are doing okay, and you can see Ryan Sessegnon is actually here. I rather not him be here. He's okay if he's here, but Ryan Sessegnon isn't a very good fullback, so that's one of the reasons why I was concerned that he was playing. Scowen takes a shot, and because Scowen he didn't have good passing options, he actually took a long shot. Goal kick out to Sinclair. Now Finch is he's dogged. I like him. McLaughlin, the ball goes into the wall. The ball does its job. Sinclair was back defending, something I haven't fixed yet. And set pieces, ball goes up. Jakopovic, the danger man for Nottingham Forest. So far, so good. Defensively, they're holding their own. But you can see the ratings. I'm seeing a lot of 6.7s in Nottingham Forest, because that means it's still early. They're still playing quite well. If they're 6.2s and 6.3s in their ratings, then I'll be smiling, because that means that we have a strong chance of continuing to play well. Cash with the ball. Plays it in. Scowen now. Plays it back to Cohen. Cohen to Cash. Right. Does ever so well, but Scowen, they're having a lot of problems finding players. Cash again to Jakupovic, shoots Keto from range. I'm happy to see that. Fosu, Sessegnon gets away. That's the one good thing about having Sessegnon. His acceleration is like 16 or 17, which means he gets into positions really fast. So we've taken the early lead. Now the question is, can we hold on to it? Because they will start pumping us. And now I'm looking at my passes from defense. They're 70%, which is good. Sessegnon to Hanks. Or it could also mean that the total percentage of passes come from defense, 70%. I never really understood what that percentage was, what it meant. But I do know it's got to do with pass completion. 26 cash to Scowen. Scowen from range. Can the boys close in? Want to do that very quickly. They're again cash against Scowen. Jakupovic playing it white to white. White crossing it. Artillery reads that. Cash from range. Lines up a shot. Goes in. Shoots. It's near. It's so near. Boys are doing. They're still doing well. Alright, one thing I'm going to change now. After the break, we are going to change one of the duties on my strike force up front, and I'm now going to tell him to be an advanced forward on attack. I'm going to tell Hardy to be an inside forward on support, and Bone to be, he's going to stay as an AP on support. Finch back to Kennedy. The reason why I've done that is so that Sinclair now stands somewhere around here during transitions. So you see Sinclair's already taken up that position. So he's gone up. Instead of now helping us to defend, Sinclair is now concentrating on running up and down the pitch. Elliott with the ball. They've gone into an attacking 4-1-2-3 DM wide now. Corner to be taken by Cohen for Forest. Into the box it goes, and Kato gathers that up easily. Alright, one other thing now. We don't want to give away the ball unnecessarily, so we distribute it out full. Okay, that's good. Standard structure, we'll keep playing that. Sinclair has... I'm so pissed. He comes on loan and that's it. Doesn't score a goal. Gets injured. Scowen to Elliott to Cash to Scowen. Fosu shoots from range. Kato. Easy. Alright, Kato with the ball. Plays with artillery. McLaughlin to Elliott. Elliott to Cash. Cash to Scowen. Shot is blocked and Hardy is there. Alright, we are now going to raise mentality to control, and we're still going to play structured. But now I'm going to push my defensive line slightly higher. Well read by the boys. Hangs with the ball. What can he do? They've robbed him of the ball. Wright wins it back. Finch plays it to artillery. Now to Bone. Bone cuts. Bone does. What can Bone do? Bone plays it out. He can't pass it to White. De Havilland reads that. Plays into space of Vertanen to chase. Hardy. This is now the game is opening up since we made the change. Right, back to Kato. Somebody's injured. Corner from Lansbury to wide. Okay. I just didn't know what to say at that point. Okay. Miko is now injured. My word, we're losing players left, right, and center. What are they doing to my team? This is a right royal battle between Nottingham Forest and Gloucester. They've taken both of my strikers out. I don't have more strikers on the bench. Finch plays it to Hardy. The boys are doing very well. They play back to Kato. Kato out to Bone. Bone to Alassani. Alassani. What? Alassani jinx one way. Gives it back to Hanks. Hanks, smart play. Alassani with the ball again. Holds out the ball. Finds Bone. Bone back to Hanks. Hanks to Hardy. Hardy's inside the box. Hardy shoots. Ingram is forced into a save. That is where we want to be towards the end of the match. 5 minutes to go. Joe Hanks to the corner. He puts it up. De Havilland, he can't get to that. We'll have to tweak the set piece settings as well. And my last substitution is going to be Oye Banyo for Steven Sessegnon. Free kick hangs to Finch. Finch back to right. Right to De Havilland. Havilland into space for Hardy. And we get a throw in a dangerous area. And Oye Banyo with his long throw is coming up. Come on, Oye. Oh yeah, Banyo. Long throw. Put it onto the head of one of our players. Artillery. The keeper knew it. The keeper read that. Came out immediately to collect. We have a long throw specialist. I have a long throw specialist for the first time in years. Elliott. Because one of the things we did was I wanted to find a long throw specialist to give us some options. Lansbury shoots from range and it hits the upright. The boys have to scamper to clear the danger. Gloucester City carved out one clear-cut chance and that was enough for them. Hopefully. 94 minutes and that's it. Nottingham Forest have fallen to Gloucester City. Gloucester City off to their first win of the season, and there was a fantastic performance. If I'm looking at my teams now, and let's look at the heat map for Gloucester City. Gloucester City's heat map for once isn't that fantastic. You see the heat map, we are attacking from right to left. We control this part of the pitch, but but one thing I like about this heat map is that we had a solid presence even here in defense. So we spent a lot of time controlling the defensive third as well. So if I look at the first half, this is our heat map in the first half. Second half, not too bad. I think the second half, I need to find out what are the factors that are causing me to generate so much control of the left hand side of the pitch. In terms of the average positions for the starting 11 without the ball, this is what we look like for large tracks of time. We have four, and then we have this wall in front of my defenders. So I put pressure on their fullback. So if they come down, we can strike at them. And basically, I just created a wall, a very defensive wall, and I'm going to use this system away from home. And well, I may not win a lot of games, but at least we'll make it very hard for teams to actually create very good chances. So we were to look at the shots at goal from Nottingham Forest in the game. They were pretty wide throughout the game, so they were able to get a lot of players into transitions and to attack us. And our defensive shape, actually helped us counter this diamond midfield. So let's look at the shots on goal. They had no shots. Shots. Let's see the shots that were saved. So all these shots were saved by our keeper. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outside the box. Shots that were blocked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5 of them outside the box. That's not too bad. Shots that hit the woodwork, outside the box. And shots off target, well, they didn't have really many chances inside the box. So I would say that overall, I'm very happy with our performance. I mean, I was actually, to tell you the truth, I was actually very dejected when I couldn't get loan signings in. I was thinking to myself, this is not going to work. We're gonna get so screwed. But as you can see, our pass combinations as well for 90 minutes, that didn't do too badly as well. Our shot on goal was, and you see show the linked events, all basically from a corner that occurred earlier. So I'm happy. Well, our win has come at a very, very high price. My loan signing for a whole season, he's gone. The player I was hoping to see, I really was hoping for him to be the one that would help us with goals this season. And he's out. And he's gone. A broken leg. And I can't even send him home. Because I included cannot terminate his trial into the clause. So I can't terminate his trial now. I can't send him home. Well, that's it for Jerome Sinclair. Thank you very much. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Gloucester City Diaries. It's a bittersweet show, I guess. We won the match and we lost the player. So if you have any questions on the tactic or what I'm doing with Gloucester City, you know where to find me. It's at Twitter at BusterNet or addicted2fm.com, my website. For all my patrons, well, you find me on Discord all the time. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Once again, thanks for supporting the show. For more information on how you can be a patron and join our Discord community for interesting little chats about tactics, please visit www.patron.com/BusterNet. I am now off to the hospital to shoot the doctor. Goodbye.